Good morning, this is Jenny with Nonna Scraps. And I'm going to be bouncing through Thanksgiving and getting into Christmas. My husband is a professional pilot, and every year he asks me to make little cards that he can stick into his flight bag and he can give to the flight attendants on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So that usually means I'm making around 3 dozen small enough cards that can go into a little bag so that they are also accompanied by like a candy bar or just something small, just a small token of his gratitude. So this year I saw the Gingerbread Joy group on Lettering Delights and thought that had to be it. I'm going to use Silhouette Studio, and I'm going to actually create a little card using the graphics in Gingerbread Joy. So I've gone into my Silhouette Studio and I've already clicked on the menu Open File. I've scrolled to my Gingerbread Boy file in my Lettering Delights, and I'm going to select all files, and I get visuals of what I have. I'm going to be opening 2 files this morning, number 2, and I'm going to scroll down to the little house and click OK. Came in really big. So I'm going to take and I'm going to size it down, click on it, go to my sizing menu right up here, and I need it to be, I'm going to lock my aspect ratio, and I need it to be 3.5 inches wide. So I type in 3.5, because lock aspect is checked. 3.5 for the height, or very close to it, comes in, and I'm going to select Apply. I'm going to move that up here onto my map. I am not going to trace it yet. Instead, I'm going to go to File, File, Merge, and I'm going to go back to Gingerbread Studio, All Files, and I'm going to select the house and click OK. Again, it comes in really big. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and instead of using my measuring tool or my scale, I'm going to grab the handle at the upper outer aspect, probably upper right corner, and I'm just simply going to slide it down. You'll see why in just a second. I want it to be able to fit on the front of my card. Okay. I'm also going to go to File, Merge, All Files, and I'm going to select We Whisk You a Merry Christmas. Number 8. Select OK. Again, large. This I want to bring down to about a 2.5 inch or about a 3 inch width. So I'm going to lock my aspect ratio, and on my width, I'm going to type in 3. Slides it right down. It's still a little large, so maybe 2.5. Perfect. And I'm going to position it up here on the front of I will be positioning it right there on the front of what's my card. Actually, I can do that. So I'm going to print that on the card already, and copy and paste. That's CTRL C on the keyboard to copy and CTRL V to paste, if you didn't know. Some of me likes the old DOS commands. Take one of these, slide it over here, and I'm going to visually center that. I could take and select it all, go up here to align vertically. Now it's vertical, but it's a little bit low for me, so I'm going to nudge it up using my keyboard, or my arrow keys. And nudge this down using the arrow keys too. Perfect. I'm going to select all, and I'm going to group it. Down on the bottom, there is a group, and now it's one shape. Now I have yet to trace these. Now remember, these are graphics. So if I were to click on that and go to my cut line, there is no cut line. See, cut edge, perfect. Came in, just does a good job. Let me show you what cut edge does to my little house though. You see that box that's around it? That is the bounding box for the graphic. Because this is square, you don't see that extra little space, and I don't want that on my house. So I'm going to go back to, I could do this, it doesn't do anything. I'm going to go back to no cut on this, and I'm going to select trace. So select trace area, and I'm going to draw a tracing box around my house. Zoom in a little bit. So you can see what's happening with this little guy. I love these graphics, they're so cute. Select trace, select trace area, select my house, low pass filter, hit high pass filter on this one, and again it's going to block the whole thing out. Bring it up to 100%, and now back it off just a little bit until I get a thick enough yellow line. Let's select trace and detach. What that has done, and I don't know if you can see, I moved my house out of the way, but what that has done is that has taken and it has actually deleted this image from the background. You can kind of see the outline right there. I lost a little bit of black, but not enough that's going to make a huge difference. So I can now get rid of this background. I'm going to select my house, go to my cut line, go to cut edge, and you can see it's automatically just, now I have the perfect house. And what I'll do is, in the end, I will stack that to give myself a little bit of dimension right there on that house. I have cut edge selected, and I am ready to print and cut this particular front of my card for my husband's friends. For the inside, I actually took and welded two rectangles, or actually created a rectangle the size of the front to fit the front, added a dashed line for a score, move in on one of them, brought in another graphic from the Gingerbread Joys, and added my own sentiment. Now, if I click on the cut line, you're going to see that none of this actually cuts except the exterior of the card and the scoring line. This, when I brought it in, just to make sure it didn't, I selected the no cut in the cut style. See, no cut and no cut. And that way it'll just print out. So I can actually finish these cards in less than probably about 3 minutes, because once this is printed, I simply fold on the score line, which is just down the center here, and add my front that I created in my other file. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope this has helped you learn just a little bit more about Silhouette Studio. Until next time, have a great day and keep generating the gems. Bye.